Have you ever made a small decision, one that seemed harmless at the time, but months later, it changed the entire course of your life? This is the story of a dog. Not just any dog, but the kind of dog we let into our minds without noticing. And by the time we do, it's already too late. Let me tell you a tale. The story of the monk and the dog. Long ago, a young monk left his home, family, and possessions in search of enlightenment. He retreated into a quiet forest and built a small hut with the help of the villagers. There, he meditated deeply and lived a life of pure simplicity. But then, trouble came. Rats began sneaking into his hut, tearing apart his robes and disturbing his meditation. A villager suggested, "Why not adopt a dog? It will scare off the rats." The idea sounded harmless. So the monk took in a little dog. The rats disappeared. But now, he needed food for the dog. To feed it, the monk had to beg more often. This disturbed his meditation. Another villager said, "Why not keep a cow? You'll have milk for the dog and yourself." So now, the monk had a dog and a cow. But cows need grass. More problems. Villagers offered a new solution. "We know a widow in the village. She would be honored to help a monk. She can feed the cow and the dog, and even cook for you." Eventually, the widow moved in. She worked hard, took care of everything, and the monk began helping her. They spent more time together, and the line between service and attachment blurred. They grew close. Too close. One day, the woman became pregnant. The monk, once a seeker of truth, was now a husband, a father, and a farmer. One evening, after a long day tending crops, he looked at his sleeping child and whispered, "How did I get here?" It all started with the dog. The real meaning, don't let the dog in. The dog is not a literal animal. It's a symbol. A metaphor for small mental indulgences, the little desires or distractions we allow into our lives thinking, "Just this once. It's harmless." But these seemingly innocent choices plant seeds. We say, "Just one late night snack. Just one more episode. Just one click on that site." And suddenly, we're living lives we never meant to live. In Buddhism, this is the slow but certain erosion of mindfulness. Desire doesn't always rush in, it creeps. Just like the dog. Harmless at first. But it brings with it chains we don't see until we're bound. Real life example. I once met a friend, let's call him Min. He was a dedicated yoga teacher. Early riser, very disciplined. One night, he downloaded a mobile game. Just for fun. A week later, still harmless. A month later, he was playing 3 to 4 hours a day. 3 months later, he stopped teaching. His mornings were gone. So was his clarity. All because he let a digital dog into his mind. Conclusion: the one door you should never open. The mind is powerful. It can lead you to liberation or drag you into bondage. If you give your mind an inch, it will take your whole.